And welcome back to Rose Colored Let's Play as we play F-Zero for the Super Nintendo. Okay, guess there's some explaining I need to do. Contra 3, okay? I was recording an episode and I was on my last continue with my last couple of guys and I died. And the episode was like a minute and a half. Not much. So whatever. We're going to play something else that's a bit more fun. Well, Contra 3 is fun, but something that's really fun. And it's a classic in every sense of it. We're playing some F-Zero. And I love this game. It's got... Well, first of all, this game was a tech demo. Originally a tech demo for the Super Nintendo. And what had happened was... it was, became so popular that they decided to turn to a full-fledged game. Now, this is just based on information that I believe to be true. And you'll notice that I'm not playing, I'm not using Falcon on here. Falcon Punch! Because for some reason this game, I seem to control the game a lot easier with this guy right here. But I gotta tell you, for getting back to the graphics here, Mode 7, this was a big deal back in the day. Because no other system could do this. Nintendo's always been known as a very innovative company. They always try to find new ways to entertain its fans. Whether it's the hardware, the software, just something just to make the fans say, ooh, I've never seen this before. Or experienced this, or anything. So, yeah, I can appreciate a lot of things that Nintendo's done through the years, with the exception to Virtual Boy. But I'm actually thinking about one day picking up a Virtual Boy just to have, just to have it, I suppose. And unfortunately, there's no way a person could actually record any Let's Play footage with that, for the obvious reasons. Unless Nintendo decides they are going to port some of the Virtual Boy games onto the 3DS, which there is a way you can actually get the footage captured on that, but you have to actually have your system modded, and that costs quite a bit of cash. So unfortunately, and I don't think Nintendo is even going to consider porting any of the Virtual Boy games to the 3DS. So whatever. Who cares? Oh yeah, I rule. But this is just an awesome game. I love it. And I think I always go on about the music in video games and everything, but you gotta admit that as an early title, this game has an awesome soundtrack. And I got a message, and I'm going to answer that when I get down to the race. I got slightly distracted, so I'm back to 4th. But yeah, I have to say, if it wasn't for F-Zero, we wouldn't have had games like Super Mario Kart. But then again, the Super Nintendo was built with that kind of processing power and abilities with the Mode 7. I'm sure Nintendo had something in mind, but who knows, it's hard to say. But this is pretty nice. Of course, the other game that was released when the Super Nintendo was brought onto the market, of course, it came with the pack-in game Super Mario World, and we also had Pilot Wings. I think that's another tech demo that was just turned into a game. And I think they did the same thing with Pilot Wings 64, then Pilot Wings Resort for the 3DS. I'm not sure if that's even a... I love Pilot Wings, and I like Halloween 64, but Halloween Resort, I've taken a look at it and tried a demo of the game when the 3DS was released, and there's some kiosks that had the game set up. It was okay. I mean, it wasn't anything that totally blew my mind. I'm using up all my turbos here so I can get ahead of the pack. And nearly done with the race, and I'm gonna find out who decides to send me attacks. Oh, I hate that when I'm recording and then someone just sends me like, "Oh, can you do this?" or whatever. "Oh, hey, how's it going?" You know, like, they don't know that I'm recording, so that's my fault. That's my fault. Okay. Alright. Number 1. Of course. Oh. It's my sister. Hey, sis, how's it going? Listen, I'll have to talk to you in a little while, okay? Yeah, I'm just texting her real quick to tell her that I'm doing some recording. And I can't even type. Doing some recording. Okay. Just let her know that I'll be back. Okay. Well, enough time's wasted there, so let's go on to the next race, the Sand Ocean. Alright, now just do a little bit of that. That's a pretty cool thing with the game is the L and R triggers. You can actually use those. Like, I mean, this is me hitting the right trigger. Okay, that kind of veers your ship to the right, and naturally you all know what left does. That's right, it makes some awesome ice cream. And I'm really falling behind here. I'm in 7th place. And I need some power. Alright, there we go. Okay. And another thing about F-Zero that I've... Actually, it's something that has been troubling me here lately is I love F-Zero. I'm a fan of the series. I've played most of the games that have come out. And Nintendo has not come out with a new F-Zero game since the GameCube. And if you want to be technical, since the arcade. And I know there's people been like... I'm sure there's been people that have been sending messages to Nintendo or whatever, just asking, "Hey guys, will you please make a new F-Zero game?" And you would think by now, with like, especially for the 3DS, as powerful as a system that really is, F-Zero would perfectly cater to that system. It would be perfect for it, because the 3D aspects of the system, I mean, it's a no-brainer. Why they haven't done that just yet, it just blows my mind. So, it's just, I just can't figure out why Nintendo just doesn't go ahead and release an F-Zero game. And, I mean, it'd also be kind of cool to have an F-Zero game on the Wii U, don't get me wrong, that'd be pretty awesome as well. But as close as we're going to get to an F-Zero game is what was on Nintendo Land, and of course the DLC content for Mario Kart 8, which it pays homage to F-Zero, but I'm sorry, that doesn't do me very well. I want a F-Zero game. I want an F-Zero game really bad, okay? And Nintendo, please. I'm a fan. Your fans have been begging for it. Do something, alright? Please. Anyways, enough of that. I'm going to go on a soapbox here. I've already done that. And I need to finish this race here. And score! Alright, well, next time on Rose Colored Let's Play, we're going to continue on with the other two races in this cup. But until you guys hear from me again, I'll see you on the flip side.